Hello, I am Money for Nothing.
And it is me, Akashic, and we are here with grand finals of this lovely custom Robo tournament. So in losers finals, Nagastrike had to face Project, but Project had to DQ due to stuff going on, and they decided that they didn't want to stop the stream at all, so they're going to continue on with Nagastrike versus goForBroke immediately.
Yeah.
So we got a really interesting dynamic going into this grand final set because there wasn't any break. Nagastrike just finished off winners finals and is now has to win 2 sets against goForBroke for a tournament, where goForBroke, with that momentum, just needs to finish.
I do want to clarify one thing. It's not like Project J. He got DQ'd, but it's not like he got thrown out of the tournament. He volunteered to leave because he didn't want to hold up anything. I'm looking at the Discord right now. He's just trying to be a good community member and not hold anyone else back. But yeah. So he more or less forfeited because he's just busy with life stuff. Anyways. We have our builds ready to go. It looks like we're starting at High Rise, which is where our first stage was in Losers. Naga is actually using a couple of interesting builds here. He's using a tank head sniper build, which I've never seen before. He's also...
Snipe?
Yeah, he's acro canceling sniper, which is not an unknown thing. It's also, he's not using his patented twin needle build. No glaive, no needle here. Which is really interesting.
I feel like I actually like Sniper a lot, because if we were talking about it in our last set with him. He's been fighting Glider, and he's been really trying to punish Glider, right between the eyes really hard, and Sniper is just a faster punish for something like that. If he shoots if goForBroke shoots a Glider, then Naga's going to want to send a Sniper right down the middle.
Yeah. What's the funny thing about Glider is that, I've, labbed with it a little bit, I've tested it on some builds, and every time I pick it up, it's wow, this kind of sucks. And then I play against someone else in friendlies, and they're using Sniper, and I lose to it every single time. It's deceptively powerful. It has a lot of lag, it has a lot of flaws,
it's much stronger.
It's really good.
It's much stronger with acro canceling.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because, look at this mobility. When you have that kind of mobility, Sniper's not a commitment. Also, he shot Sniper, then acro canceled, so...
Also, weird thing about Sniper in this game is that I feel like it's actually better at close range than it is at long range, because the biggest flaw of Sniper is that it doesn't hit people if they're moving side to side. You can drift out of its range, but if you're a lot closer, it's harder to dodge.
In practice, it's supposed to be that fast, long-range shot, but it's in terms of what's fast in custom Robo, it's not fast enough to not move out of the way of at least. Ooh, man, Naga went for a dive punish on that change and just misread the iframes a bit.
Yeah, I feel like that's...
And got punished for it himself.
I feel like that's very uncharacteristic of Naga. Naga's usually someone who's very considerate about when his iframes are and when other people's iframes are, but just then he went for a punish that was definitely too aggressive. And now he ate a lot of glider shots on his Metal Baron, took 140 damage. He's trying to get in here with the bees, but I don't think the bees are going to reach high enough to take out this aerial camp.
I like Hornet for his scrambles when the opponent changes and he has to change close range. I do not like it in any other position right now. That Spider creeping up on him. Wow, he got out just in.
He got 3 snipe. Oh!
That was an incredibly good bomb play.
Yeah, one thing I gotta say, goForBroke, his soul build with the needle, crescent, wave, not only is it incredible and neutral, but his conversions on it are great. He just combos every part into every other part. He racks up so much damage. I think it's one of the biggest advantages it has over Naga's twin needle build, which he totes as one of the best builds in the game, which I agree it is, because it's a great neutral, but it doesn't have the punishes that Soul build has. It's so cool.
Yeah, that goForBroke punish was quite something. I mean, you're on high rise, so when someone falls on the other side of an obstacle, you're not expecting a big punish anymore, and goForBroke effortlessly just dropped Crescent and just fired away.
Oh, yeah, he'll Crescent you from anywhere.
Finished that off very clean.
Yeah. And Crescent, it's very powerful in the build. It's slightly harder to use than you think because you have to get the right positioning to make the hitbox fast enough and favorable. But goForBroke, his positioning is as a player is just so good. That's how he plays the game. Yeah.
I mean, you watching his positioning. It also chimes in when you're seeing his glider shots. I mean, Nagastrike is moving, and those glider shots are just there. goForBroke just has the position. He knows where Nagastrike's going to try to escape to. He's got things blocked off with Spider. He's giving him one option, and Glider is just waiting for the punish. So we're going to L formation.
Yeah, this is Naga's counter pick. I feel like Hornet is really good on this stage, but I'm not sure Hornet's good in the matchup.
But I feel like Naga's contemplating a counter pick.
Yeah. Oh, he's counterpicking off a Hornet, probably. He's doing 2 tank head builds. That's kind of crazy. And he's sticking with Hornet,
what?
but he's putting Hornet on tank head, and he's going to be doing some aerial camping stuff. Or actually, well, not.
This is he is just doubling up on the movement of the build, and is just. Wow, okay, this is super interesting. He wants to put more spiders out than his opponent, and the only difference is guns.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
I didn't know it was legal to just double up.
I mean, he's done this against me before, but not with these guns, but he did double tank head against me one time when I faced him before the bracket, and he destroyed me. But he was playing Glider Eagle with 2 tank heads against me. But I didn't think he was going to do that against goForBroke. I thought he was just, kind of toying with me a little bit.
Oh, I guess he's going for broke.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, when in custom Robo, you got 2 robots because you can get counterpicked. So, like, theoretically, picking the 1 means that if you get counterpicked, you get counterpicked. But he's really determined to just outplay him with 2 tank heads.
Yeah.
But looking at the damage right now, not quite in his favor. Glider still shutting him down.
He's only hit like
really
1 sniper shot out of like 7 snipers fired, 8 snipers fired so far. And like those snipers there are a lot of frame commitment. It's like a whole half second. Okay, he hit that one and that was a really
There we go. He finally got the payoff he's been looking for, but no conversion.
Yeah.
And that's been a story of this set, is Naga's conversions have been a little weak.
I feel like Naga in the loser set was using Homing Star, right? I feel like that was better, because Homing Star is a lot stronger against the aerial drift of Tank Head, whereas Sniper, that's the biggest weakness of the gun, and Tank Head is so much aerial drift.
What I'm noticing is both these combatants, especially when they're both Tank Head, they're drifting around each other, waiting for each other to flinch a little bit, and Naga's just waiting for that big opportunity to fire Sniper, and I noticed when they were both Tank Head and flying around, goForBroke would stop to drop a pod instead of shoot, which kind of gave off the illusion that he was stopping, and he'd fire and miss Sniper, and then he'd keep moving. And it put Naga at a disadvantage. But Naga, so far, keeping this fairly even. That's going to be a pretty big punishment. Ooh, really.
Great catch right there.
He did a good job of keeping even there and backing off.
I feel like right now the Soul build it's more important to put damage on the Soul build right now than the other Tank Head build. So that was a really big sniper. Oh, but that was a great conversion.
Soul is getting so much off these needles
like
right now.
Like I said earlier, look at all of this. Look at the damage he puts out. Oh, Jesus, but then Naga got the point blank Hornet.
I'm surprised he didn't aggressively change there and push Sniper, to be honest. But he's focusing on Soul pretty hard right now. I feel like if a down were to happen, a major down were to happen to goForBroke, he would probably just take the damage on Tank Head.
Yeah.
Although I feel like Glider's just been like the real champion this game. Like Soul's been great for movement, but I feel like Glider has done the most damage per capita to Nagastrike in the sets overall, both sets.
Yeah, I mean,
again, like that coming out of nowhere off screen, how do you respond?
Oh. And he just got hit like
right back in
that was just, he just got comboed there. Glider into Spider and it's out. And yeah. One thing that's also really important to note about that matchup specifically is that Nagastrike has a bit of a you saw him earlier when he was playing with Glaive with the Strike Vanisher. He had a hard time against the funky big heads because even though Needle is reasonably good against them, that build can't get high enough to really meaningfully interact with that build. Whereas the Soul build is using Raven Legs, it can jump up really high in the air, and can stay high in the air. Not as high as Acro Canceling, but high enough to make Needle a really strong anti-air tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, going into this potential last game, tournament point for goForBroke, I'm expecting Nagastrike to make a big play. A big counterpick, and definitely a different build from at least one of his robots, if not both.
If there was a time to take a risk, it's now. I feel like he shouldn't be on 2 tank head builds. I feel like he should be on 1 tank head build, probably. I would go back
I like
to
the idea of it, but it just didn't play out the way he hoped.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of Sniper, but I don't think it's playing out the way he hopes either. I think what would be best right now if Nagastrike went back, like, I know taking a risk would be great, but I think if he went back to what he's the most comfortable with would be good here. But instead, he's switching out Sniper for Eagle and going straight into Game 3.
I have played against this Eagle build specifically. I know it's real, but I'm not sure how well it's gonna do. I think it'll do better, but I'm not sure.
Let's see how this plays out. Game 3. So Eagle, like a lot of things with Naga's builds have been, they're all straightforward shots. He's liking these shots that stop and just go.
Yeah.
And Eagle is the same thing, but with a little charge time. Like it stops, it aims, but then it goes. And I like the logic behind Eagle versus what he's been missing with, because he's been missing these opportunity shots on Glider. And what Eagle's going to do is aim for him, so if he does stop while an Eagle's out, it's going to hit him. But right now, goForBroke still in complete control, running that Soul Needle build.
goForBroke hasn't even shifted yet. He hasn't needed to. Nagastrike hasn't hit him hard enough to justify it.
And Nagastrike down for the 4th time in the round already.
Yeah.
This is
and like I mentioned
really
earlier, the Soul build can get high enough in the air to meaningfully interact with the tank head builds, which is incredibly important for how this neutral goes.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly like that.
And there's another punish with the Crescent Wave and into the Needle, still getting really good damage. This is a strong showing from goForBroke.
Yeah.
Eagle not quite acting out the way Nagastrike planned. And again, with these circular stages that, like...
We finally have the phase shift.
The movement of the walls. Yeah, finally a first phase shift. But, like, Naga hasn't been doing too hot on these stages with the circular moving walls, and he decided to go back to one, so we'll see how it plays out. He's finally getting some meaningful neutral wins, but is it too late?
Yeah. I mean, he put on some good damage.
His other tank head is down to set.
Oh, that was
both
pretty big.
robots are down to a set point. Any neutral loss here is the loss. Like, he can't survive.
Yeah, like the health deficit right now is so huge, and there we go. goForBroke takes it. That last game.
goForBroke takes it solidly 3-0.
He had more than 700 health between the two bots together. When your starting point is 1400, like he did 2-to-1 on health points there. So
pretty much, and it was a dominant performance. He didn't need to switch till about halfway through the game. That was quite incredible. Congratulations, goForBroke.
Yeah, congrats to goForBroke. Naga, you also played incredibly well. Thank you for so much everything you do for the community. And yeah.
And thank you for streaming it. The stream's over, but this is Akashic. I'm signing off. See you later, money.
Be careful
See you later.